So I just watched a video of a girl where she said that she got very humbled because she went on a date with a guy, and she said on the text messages he was very flirty. In real life, when they met, he wasn't as forward, and that the date went really well. She said they were out for 2 hours, they went for a walk, they went for a coffee, and then she said she bluntly just asked him, why is he more flirty on text messages than he is in real life? He then humbles her and he says, I think you're a very pretty girl, however, you do look a little bit different than your pictures. That's my opinion now, but I have enjoyed our date, but I do think it's more of a friendly vibe. All the comments are roasting this guy, being like, oh, but he's a walking red flag, you dodged a bullet there, and all this, right? I don't see anything wrong in what he's done. He's been very polite about it. He's went on the date with you, and you've asked him a question and he's told you the truth, but because it's an answer that you don't want to hear, you then come to TikTok for loads of people to then roast this guy, when, fair enough, you haven't put a picture of him up, thank God, but he's done the right thing. Some guys, I've heard stories where they'll meet up with someone and they'll leave them in a bar or a restaurant. Some people I know have driven off from people when they've just been stood there waiting. That's the wrong way to deal with it. How this guy handled it, I think, was correct, in my opinion. And I know this because I once used to use a lot of filters on dating apps, and when I met up with a guy once, you could tell he was not interested at all. And then he texted me and he was like, I think you look a little bit different in your pictures. I was humbled. I never used proper full-on filters ever again. I might use like a smoother filter or a tan filter, but I never used one that made me look like a completely different person because I was humbled. And how that guy done it and how this guy done it was perfectly correct. So I don't know why, I just don't get with the comments why women are so against when people tell the truth.
They catfish guys and then get angry when the guy doesn't want to see them again because they don't look the same as they did in their pictures.
Boyfriend, so.
Wait, ex-boyfriend?
Yep.
She calls us friends, but I don't consider us friends.
What do you guys consider each other?
Technically still figuring it out, but I'm the one she calls when she needs to cry. I've tried.
It's a work in progress.
It's
So is everything.
It's one work in progress.
So you guys are just trying to work on things?
See how it goes.
I'm trying to work on things.
If he gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody in the world, would you use it?
Yeah.
On who?
Zac Efron, Josh Bowman, some celebrity, hot celebrity. You turn that down? Mm-mm. Couldn't do it.
Alright, what if it was all the way around?
I know what I'm worth. One night with one celebrity doesn't change who I am.
So you wouldn't use it?
Even
There's
if I
no
gave
point.
it to you?
No. Because it sounds like a trap. If your significant other is willing to give you a one night stand with anybody in the world, it sounds like a trap for your loyalty. Fuck that.
Now look at the difference between these two women.
For better,
For better,
for worse,
for worse,
for richer,
for richer,
for poorer.
for poorer.
We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. Real made it very clear to Jonathan, you cannot be broke. In sickness and in health.
And in health.
To love, cherish, and to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
I'll forever submit to you, Miles. I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home. In heaven, they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you.
I don't know about you, but I know which one.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Men are better than women. This is something that was hard for me to accept until today when I read the article, 10 reasons why men are better than women. I mean, just from the headline alone, you can tell this is gonna be really good. So I'm gonna read you guys some of the reasons. Men are better at opening things. That's actually so true. I don't know how to open anything. I've never tried it and I don't plan to. Men can drive. It says men use their rearview mirror to check their surrounding. Women use them to apply lipstick. That's true. Ladies, driving is for guys. Personally, I didn't even know the mirrors were to see other cars. I really thought it was for lipstick. Jesus was a man. So true. Thank you.
Guys, I can't believe what just happened. This girl, I don't want to put her on blast, but this girl took me out to the restaurant and now she's telling me after we ordered, she ain't got enough money. I'm shaking. Like, why would you waste my time? Why would you bring me out? My time is actually valuable.
Yeah, but you didn't.
No. It's not how this works, guys. I can't actually believe it. Like, what is the point? If you're not in a position to date, don't be dating.
And you are in the dating marketplace at that time when that happens, say you're 37, 36, 38, 40, whatever it may be, and you are still on the hunt for that man, and you hit the wall and you can see in your face that you are no longer the face that you were at whether it was 30 or 35 or 25, whatever it is, you are going to be panicked. Because now you know that you are going to compete with women who are younger, who are largely more fertile, not always, but largely speaking, yes, who have that youthfulness to them, who have that estrogen, progesterone, whatever the hormonal balance is that makes someone young, it's there, and you're losing it. And you become hyper aware of that, and that is why women begin to panic.
You know what I want to talk about, you guys? So I live in New York, specifically Brooklyn, and I be outside, enjoying summer as I should. And I've been going to the block parties, all of that good stuff, the day parties has been a time. But the problem is the men just stare at you. They just stare at you the whole time. They don't approach you. They don't want to get to know you. They don't want to, oh, do you want to drink? It's just a staring contest the whole time. I'm trying to figure out, how am I supposed to meet my future husband if the men are not approaching? Because I'm not approaching a man. Like, it's giving the men want to be chased now. That's what it's giving, and I don't like it.
So what about the women that didn't choose to raise a kid on their own?
Of the 50+% divorce rate, women are filing 70-80% of all divorces. Women are choosing to wreck their own homes every day. Men are not choosing to wreck their own homes and make women single parents. That's a choice that women are making.
Why? Because their husbands are trash, treating them badly?
Now here we go with the ad hominem stuff. This is the same stuff that's been piped into the culture forever. That when a woman chooses to break her home, it's always the man's fault.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh.
Remember me?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm here because I need a husband.
Oh, well, I have like 3 kids now.
That's okay. I like kids. I like them.
All right, well, I have a second mortgage on my house and I'm in a lot of debt.
That's easy. Yeah, I'll stick beside you. I stick beside you. Yes.
I only make $50,000 a year and I drive a old Toyota and it's needs work.
It needs work. I know a good mechanic. He'll give you a great deal. It's great.
Okay. And I don't really have any plans in life. I'm just going to play video games most of the day.
I'll make the plans. I'm a great planner.
All right, well, come on in.
Yes, okay, let's do this. Okay.
So last night I ended things with a guy that in one of my previous videos I had referred to as the most intentional man I've ever spoken to. It really does suck because he truly is amazing, has a lot of the things I'm looking for in a person, but we hung out like 6 or 7 times and I just wasn't feeling it. And it's just really a shame because he really is a great guy. If he had asked me for more details, I really don't know that I would have been able to give him many besides that shame, but there's really nothing you can do. It's just the name of the game.
Did I ask you to wash the dishes?
Man, I come from Jamaica for wash dishes and wash car. I come from Jamaica for make money.
Yeah? Well, I'm working, and I asked you to wash the dishes. Were you still interested in your green card?
Yeah, babes, man, I do wash your plate them right now.
Yeah.
No, wash it.
That's what I thought. And wash my car when you're done, too.
Okay, babe.
When you make your claims or you shoot your shots, and a woman comes down and she marries you without even trying to get to know you, you're saying to yourself, I hit the jackpot, but sometimes you didn't hit the jackpot. What you're going to find when you finally arrive wherever foreign country you want to be at is that a lot of you are going to be married to people who are mentally ill. Now, not to be disrespectful or anything, but in our country they'll say mad. So you marry a woman, and when you're in Jamaica, you're on your best behavior. Oh, she's on her best behavior until you reach. And some of you, after you arrive in these foreign countries, you wish that you had stayed in Jamaica and suffered because the hell they put you through. So here's what I'm saying to you. If you're going to go on these impromptu, marital agreements, please know that when you go to foreign, you have to be prepared to walk some dogs. You have to be prepared to wash some underwear. Now, Jamaican men, that's not to say that they won't do these things for their partner, but they don't want to be forced to do it. And a lot of men, when they arrive, they realize that they have to sleep in the same bed with dogs. So a lot of men, after they go through the immigration process and they arrive and they're so excited when they come, they stumble upon what appears to be prison.
Green Card Bros.
For some reason, something has happened in your life. Maybe you need therapy. He doesn't think you need therapy. But something has happened that like somebody wrecked you, because the way that you view men is so sad.
I do not hate all men at all. I know that there are a lot of good men out there. I think the ones...
But they're not coming for you. The good men aren't coming for you. And so I want you to, in the most loving way, I want you to look at yourself and be like, why are the good men not coming for me?
Yeah, right? Like,
What's one thing you miss about your ex?
The
Her ass. Are you annoyed that she misses that?
Nah.
You don't care?
She belongs to the streets.
She belongs... do you have anything to say about that? This is really sad. I feel like you should have a hug now or something. Just make it up. Yeah, there we go.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Resolved.
My stepdad was my top subscriber on my naughty website. Now I know what you're all thinking. Oh, stepdad fantasy, could have made content from it, blah blah blah. This man had been in my life since I was 11 years old and spent $2,000 on custom content every single video that I sent out. When I caught him, he denied it to all of his friends, and obviously my mum got rid of him straight away. But yeah, if you want to talk about family trauma, my stepdad watched me have sex with my partner for 2 months.
Well. What's the most simp thing that a guy has done for you?
Oh, I'm going to New York on Monday with a guy that I barely know, and he got us the helicopter ride for 45 minutes over New York, and I barely talked to him.
You a simp! Is there any chance something happens?
He's really nice. I'm trying, but I'm not. I've literally I'm trying. Okay, you want to do that for me, cool. But honestly,
I'm not gonna.
I don't trust men.
What?
In Germany, if you did not know, it's really common here for when two people go on a first date that they split the bill. So like the woman pays her portion and the man pays his portion. And the other thing about that is that on the date, you're only going to pay for what you consume. So let's say I got a margarita for $8 and he just got water, you know, free water. When the total bill comes out, it's very common for the man or whoever to be like, hey, I didn't drink that margarita, so I don't want to split it like that. I want to pay for what I ate. So I went to the internet to try to figure out why is it like this, you know, because this is not like how it is in America. It's very different. And apparently I can't read because I can't come to understand why. So you telling me you asked me out on a date. You told me I was beautiful. You invited me out to dinner. You're telling me how much you want to marry me and you want me to have your first children. And you tell me when the waiter comes out with the bill, after you said you was going to build a house with your own bare hands for me, and the waiter comes out with the bill and you look at me like this. So are you going to pay? What?
So you're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
Why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do? You know how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of
Have you
all,
done that?
I do it every day.
First of all, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right.
So you don't want to be a woman. No, you don't want to be a woman.
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you.
And you're yelling.
All this, I cook and I clean and yeah, that's part of your function. But when your tire is flat, my function is to make sure you have a new tire.
But
when your car need an oil change, it's my job to make sure these people ain't ripping you off. We have different duties and functions and responsibilities. And if you don't love your duty, your function, your responsibility, you're not fit to be a wife, period.
Just got back from a date. I think I'll just... How do you freeze eggs?
Leave women alone.
Please do not approach me. Stop approaching women.
Leave women alone.
This is a serious matter.
You are lucky to be in my presence.
I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to find someone that makes them happy. I want everybody to live a beautiful life that they want for themselves. I don't wish ill on anybody, but I can't stand the delusion. Now we all got to sit here and we got to be like, oh yeah, this is great. You know, this is somebody who could get 95% of guys. And imagine going through life with that sense of delusion. Like we see it, and this is an extreme example, but when women walk around like that, imagine walking around thinking, I could get 95% of guys. How many guys are you telling no to because you think you're better than them? Are you? Or is it in your head? Just think about it. If you don't want to wind up alone, you have to have a realistic assessment of what you bring to the table, of your looks, of your capabilities, of what you're willing to do in a relationship, of your character. All of it.
Problem with a lot of marriages isn't that they've fallen out of love. The problem is they've stopped serving each other. When you're dating, all dating is you serving them. You're so happy to do whatever they want to do. You don't complain. You don't gripe about taking out the trash. You take out the trash with a smile on your face. What you're doing is you're serving each other. If you aren't careful, the longer you stay together, the lazier you will become. And what happens a lot in a lot of marriages, you're not getting the service that you want at home, so you start looking like, oh man, he is so cute at work. Oh man, she is so amazing at work. What you're doing is you're looking outside your marriage for something that you're not getting at home. The key to great marriages is serving each other. It's not just serving each other to get each other to sign the contract. It's continuing to serve each other throughout your marriage.
A lot of single mothers who go after weak men. A lot of women will tell you all day, oh, being a stepdaddy is honorable. They know damn well that man ain't gonna get nothing out of it. They know damn well that they can up and leave, take half of his income, get alimony. Depending on if they are able to swindle him into legally adopting the children, they can put him on child support. In certain states, you don't even have to have the man legally adopt him. If you can prove that he played a father figure role, you can put that man on child support. When men decide to take on responsibilities that are not theirs, they're taking a very big risk. I do not see how it's worth it. Women are usually the ones that leave the relationships. Imagine getting into a relationship with a woman, she got a child, you become attached to the child, then she up and leave. knowing you got an attachment to that child, and then she look at you and say, you're not your kid no way. Women do it all the time. A lot of women do it, and they don't have no problem doing it.
I believe, the man is supposed to be the breadwinner.
Okay.
I would like to talk about, maybe having a weekly allowance or something.
How much was So how much is a weekly allowance?
Like my last relationship, he was giving me like $2,000-3,000 every week.
Isn't it funny how some women associated providing men with money and money only? Whatever happened to a man providing information, education, guidance, advice, or even behavior improvement? Do you know why some women consider a man giving them money being the provider of the relationship? Because that is the only thing they would accept from a man. A lot of modern women, they don't want no guidance. They don't want to be told that they need to do better as the female in that relationship. How could that woman from the previous clip, I'm not judging her, how could she be an asset to his life? How can she bring improvement to his life? Actually goes for a lot of women out there. A lot of women, they are so cool and so content with spending a man's money that he clearly works hard for and don't even pack the man's lunch. Girl, please. These women, they don't even want to master the basics in a relationship. They don't want to cook, they don't want to clean, they don't want to do none of that. They just want to sit there, be pretty, and spend the man's money. And what kind of world do you live in, honestly? And especially, what are you going to do when you get old? Whose money are you going to spend then? You're going to be alone and ugly.
Guys don't like to think about women having been with anybody before them. At all. Like no one at all. They prefer to just be like, the vagina was closed before they got there. And then it opened and now it's in process. Like they just can't. They don't want to visualize it. It's very uncomfortable for them to do that. So the more partners you've had, the more you start to seem like an open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 7-Eleven. They're not into it. It just is. Also, if they're looking at you seriously, they're looking saying, this could be the mother of my child, going to be pregnant. Like it's a clash. Like promiscuity and that family, it's just a clash in their head. They don't like it.
The art of chasing does not exist anymore. The art of proper courting a woman does not exist anymore.
I agree.
Yeah. And I just want to feel...
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Can you still be a high-value woman if you've been promiscuous in your past? This is a sad question. I think there's so many people in the red pill community that are saying, oh, if you're not a virgin, then you're worthless as a woman, which is ridiculous. You guys probably know I'm not a fan of promiscuity. I think it's damaging to men and women, but I think it's particularly damaging to women. I know some women will be promiscuous when they're younger and then grow up and regret it. And I would say, forgive yourself like you would forgive a friend. There's no point in carrying that around with you, and it's not tied to your worth at all. If you're a human and you make mistakes, then you identify the mistake and you try and fix it. And you try to become the person that you admire. And that's all anybody can do. And if there are people in your life saying something makes you worthless, get rid of those people. Stop listening to the red pill stuff because it's not tied to your worth. Just try to be better every day and try not to repeat things that make you feel bad or that hurt you.
At 7, so I would prefer someone who's over 6 feet. Honestly, definitely over 6 figures.
You gotta be 6 feet, 6 figures. So a man that made 80,000, that's not enough.
Not at all.
Why is 80,000 not enough, bro?
I know me. I know my lifestyle. That's just not going to cut it. We're not gonna go out to eat how I want. We're not gonna be able to travel like how I want. We're not gonna be. It's just gonna be too many limitations, and I don't like that.
Okay, so where does she want to go out to eat that's going to require a man to make 6 figures? Are they going to be eating Salt Bay steaks 3 times a week? And he has to be 6 feet tall. No, not 5'11", 6 feet tall. It's the 666. These modern women want the 666. That's 6 figures, 6 feet tall with the 6-pack. And 80K is not enough. Nope, has to be 6 figures. Nothing less, because that would be breaking the 666. You have to keep the 666.
So the problem that men are having with women is that there are women who are 6s and they're trying to land men who are 10s. And so you have this huge population of women going for this teeny tiny population of men. So what I would recommend to women is to really get real about your level, right? Like, don't lower your standards, just get real about where you measure up. So if you can look in the mirror and be like, okay, you know what? I'm a solid 6, maybe 7, right? So then find other 6s and 7s. There are so many. Right, the problem is people are cutting off their odds of meeting people because they're trying to date in this tiny window of people who aren't really for you.
I think, why am I single? Is there something wrong with me? And then I went to therapy and realized, yes, there actually is. I am the problem.
Here is the custom content that my stepdad was requesting on my naughty site. Like I said in a previous video, we messaged every single day on the website and he would make requests almost every single day.
Every day? This gives a whole new meaning to every day I'm suffering.
One of them was to see the underwear that I was wearing every day. At the time I was working still, so I was out of the house 5 days a week, and he would ask for pictures in the bathroom or the change rooms of wherever I was. He also requested that when I was filming solo content at home that I would not do it in the bathroom or in the shower. He always wanted it to be on my bed or on the floor of my bedroom, which, mind you, he had access to this room every single day.
Men are very different. They don't court you. Whatever happened to flowers and phone calls and good morning babe and good night babe.
Okay, this serious question for the guys. I have this conversation with my female friends, I think I'm not even kidding, once a week. So I'm just curious what the real reasoning is behind it. But most of my girlfriends say that whenever they're out, they never get approached by guys ever.
How I feel after going out in public and getting 0 compliments, 0 people approaching me, 0 people asking me for my number when this is a known thing for girls to experience. Y'all, I could not relate more. I swear, not even the construction workers want me. I could walk in New York by a construction site, nobody would say anything. I know this isn't something that you should want, but after a while it's damn.
What's a high value woman?
A woman who knows her worth and knows she can do better than that, because there are men out there that aren't gonna want to see a whole bunch of women at one time.
But what determines a woman's worth?
I think a woman determines her own value.
See, that's the difference between men and women. A man can't just determine their value. The world dictates how valuable you are.
The marketplace, you're saying.
Right. Women could just make up how valuable she is in her head and then just assume that the world should follow that. But we can't operate like that. Imagine if I said that, I'm just worth that. Why? Because I believe it. Everybody would think that I'm delusional, but women can believe that.
I don't know. I think as a woman, you need to hold yourself to a certain standard to get the respect that you want.
A man will lose interest when he sees that he is trying way harder than you. It literally doesn't matter how pretty you are, how happy you are, how successful and confident you are. You will lose him simply because you are not giving him any effort.
Honestly, you're so mature, it's actually embarrassing.
All right, cool, but...
Next.
Anything else? I know. Hey, come on, man. I haven't been second choice 3 times, innit, so...
Did you hear what he just said?
What?
He said, say that again. What did he say?
Go on, what?
Jess, what did he say?
Go on, say it, go on. Go on, say it.
I said you're the one that's been second choice 3 times, innit, so...
She's first choice now, though, brother.
Yeah, she is.
Honestly, fuck you, Kieran, generally.
You wish.
Well, the thing is, it's tit for tat. People give it and people take it, so it is what it is. You give it, you've got to be able to take it. Sometimes people say things that aren't very nice. Babe, no, because I'm not being funny, she's crying. Woo!
I'm also a stripper.
No, what is...
Damn!
Ooh. All right, well, Nucci, that is all the balloons popped. Rejected.
but we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for her, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Know it, and I've heard it from men saying why they don't approach me. The reason why you are not getting approached is because these men see you as a woman with high value.
What?
People meet people nowadays. Being a single gal in a single world, where do I go if I don't want to go on dating apps? Like, I don't like dating apps. I've had them. I've tried them. I get disappointed. I get discouraged. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Dating apps, if you're going to think this person is attractive, you're probably going to swipe yes. And if you don't find them attractive, you're going to swipe no. But sometimes people just aren't photogenic. They just don't present themselves well through photos. That's why I just feel like it's so much better to meet people in person. Also, just like with having dating apps, like, it just feels forced. And I don't want it to feel forced. I want to like go out in public, meet someone like in the wild, both just happen to bump into each other and you're like, and then, you know, sparks fly. I just want to know where. Like, where do the single men go? Where are you going? Where are you hanging out? Like, if you're in the garage, like, come out. Like, are you at the lake? Are you snowmobiling? Are you fishing? It's wintertime. What are you doing right now? It's funny. How am I this amazing? Like, and single? Like, are you kidding me? And like, for the longest time, I just like wasn't worried about it. At this point, I'm like, I'm 31. What is happening? Like, is there just no one left? Put me on a dating show. The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Love Island. I don't even care. Just put me somewhere so I can actually like interact with the male race. I'm not interacting with males. Anyways, let's...
Love comes to you when you least expect it. Shut up. I have been trying to not expect it for like 6 years. And also, I was speaking to my friend the other day and she was like, well, like, are you like trying to like go out of your way to meet people? I'm like, no, because people are fucking telling me that it comes when you least expect it. So here I am like trying to convince myself I don't want it and I'm just not expecting it so I can get it, and it's not happening. But then even when I go out of my way to like go on dating apps, it just never works because these people that I'm meeting aren't my cup of tea, are not wanting what I want. They just want a casual thing. And like, as someone who's never been in any kind of romantic entanglement, my first relationship is not gonna be a fucking casual relationship. And yeah, so like, what one is it? Should I put myself out there, or should I just pretend that I'm not like, oh, I don't want a boyfriend?
I would go to these frat parties, I would guys, whatever. There was this one night though, and I was like, hey, you know, I talked to them all individually. I'm like, hey, so I'm gonna just be waiting in this closet. I don't even care about the party. I'm gonna be waiting in this closet. It's their laundry room, and just like come in whenever and f me. Like, I'll just sit here and be like a human doll, basically.
So anyone, you didn't care who?
No, I didn't. I was like, just, I'll be in this closet. Like, come fuck me if you want, if you get home. I was on birth control. I let them all come at me.
Huh? She belongs to the streets.
Something is wrong with you.
Do you listen to what our young women, what comes out of their mouths these days? When they ask somebody, what do you bring to the table? Say, look at me now.
I am the table.
What do you bring to the table? Our women don't say, I have brains, I can do this, I can help you take your business to the next level. They think this is the table. I have breasts, I have nyash.
How do you feel about women dressing promiscuous on Halloween?
I think it's amazing.
You think it's amazing?
I do.
What if they're in a relationship though?
I think you men need to be more secure. I think he's insecure if he feels like emasculated by a woman dressing hot on Halloween.
No, that's not it though.
Why does she need to look sexy for anybody else but him?
I love to look sexy just for myself. Like, if you're so insecure about me looking hot, then that's fine.
Do you have a boyfriend right now?
No.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Would you guys date her?
Hell no.
No.
There's a general lack of sense now.
Rejected.
Imagine thinking that it was a bad thing, by the way, for a man to say that it's their job to take care of women. Remember when that was noble? You remember? I don't remember. When the Titanic was sinking, I don't remember all the women complaining that they were on the boats first with the children. No. Were they like, no, I'm staying here. Men, you take the boats. I've got this. No, because that would be weird. That would make no sense, right? And now we're warped, right? So this now we've been programmed as women to think that when a man says it's my job to take care of a woman, you're supposed to be offended by that. Instead of say, saying to yourself, well, that's a fundamentally decent man that thinks that's his job and is going to work his butt off to make that happen. Warped society. Don't play the game.
What do you bring to the table?
Everything. I got 2 kids, you know what I mean? So everything. If you're willing to provide for my kids, then everything.
Everything like what?
My kids, my life, my mental health, everything, like everything.
What?
What are you bringing to this so-called table?
Me, for myself, I work a 9 to 5. I'm a single mother. I take care of my kid. I pay my own bills.
But that's everything that you do for yourself. What are you bringing to the table as far as a relationship?
You're an adult. Everything you listed is you just being a human adult. So I expect you to be independent. Just like I'm independent, Ace is independent, Jew is independent. We do everything for ourselves. Like a lot of women's personality trait is that I'm strong, independent, and don't need no man.
So, I have a question for men. What's going on? Why don't you guys approach women anymore?
If you can buy $30K for a car, you can pay $30K for me.
Damn. That's the least amount of money? The least?
Get the French toast out of here.
No, obviously, it can be what? A payment plan? I'm done with a payment plan.
Can you do like a down payment? Like,
obviously, yeah.
My shit first, so I don't know why you
Get all your stuff and get out.
He wasn't the one to say that shit.
Deuces.
Deuces to you, bitch.
Yeah, get out. You already kicked out. I'm going back to Angie.
No, you not.
Yeah, I'm going back to Angie.
No, you not.
Your stuff and go. Angie's coming back. You know, she lasted probably, 5 days? You know, a week, 7 days. And she's already tooted and booted.
I don't know if I'm just making this up or if it's just my intuition, but I have this feeling that the guy I'm seeing at the moment, he's getting off and having his little ego stroked by the fact that his housemates have heard us. I don't know if it's legit or not, but there's just some things that I'm just questioning. Like, he never tells me if there's other people in the house, and he never tells me to keep it down or anything like that. And when I ask, are there people here? He'll say no at times, but then there are. And then when we go downstairs, they kind of make these weird eye contact with each other and they're like, And it's a very boy club because it's a bunch of dudes living in a house together. And he seems insecure, like it seems like it's like an ego thing, but I'm not too sure. But it's weird and I don't know.
What's your body count?
2, 3.
3. What was yours again?
Mine's 1.
Why the fuck you lying? 1?
1.
So 3.
3? What the hell?
Yeah, you got multiplied by 3.
No. Oh my god. No, literally 1. Like, actually.
Every girl lies.
Exactly, y'all lying, right?
Every girl on here, I guarantee, are lying.
She's getting plowed this weekend and just referred to you as just some guy that she used to know.
I have a question. Do men come with communication or do we have to buy that separately?
No. Do women come with a decoder from all those hints y'all be speaking in?
I realized today that I have nothing to offer a man. Nothing. And I feel like it took, number one, it took me 32 years to realize it because I just found that out today. So I was today years old when I realized it. And then it took me a lot of pride swallowing to be able to admit it.
Just wish boys would think. Like, just think for a second.
We do. That's why you have a ceiling fan above you. Because a man thought about it and invented it. And these LED strip lights. A man thought of that. Oh, and your AC unit? A man thought of that. Your Wolverine nails? A man thought of that too. Come to think of it, a man thought of everything that you use on a daily basis. Dang, that's tough.
Hi. Sorry to bother you. Are you single?
Yeah.
Okay, I will take the chair. Thank you.
Gotcha, bitch!
And now, all my friends have noticed that the man has stopped making the first move. All my girlfriends are like, they're waiting, it's the third date, fourth date, a week later, he hasn't gone in for the kiss, he doesn't do any touching or anything.
I just don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm worried that and all my friends, and like, we're all gonna end up single.
The good men, where are they? I keep seeing that video, they're hiding. All of your videos of, screaming and saying how much you hate men and your icks because I don't know they breathe, they just decided they're going to be hiding for a while. They're done. They're taking a vacation from women. They're probably at home. If they're not at work, they're at home. and they're just watching TikToks of women horrified, being very, very happy that they made their choice to just be single and choose peace over crazy toxicity.
What do you bring to the table?
I'm not going to answer this question. This is just something that I wouldn't answer in a date. I'm not going to answer here.
Fine.
I'm not going to answer how many books I've read.
Okay.
It's that power dynamic.
What do you expect men to bring to the table?
Integrity, clarity, consistency, strong connection to divinity, not necessarily religion, but some kind of purpose-based lifestyle.
So what is the female equivalent of that?
The same.
Then why wouldn't you just say that at the table when he asks you?
Gotcha, bitch!
Guys be like, I miss her so much. Baby, what do you miss? The days you always had to pay for? Your bank account always being empty? Or all the lies she told you? Forget her. You deserve better.
I like this one.
Men always just want virgins that hadn't had to anyone and are really good girls. Like, you want younger women as well, so it's like that whole predator vibe. So
what if I said women are stupid, can't make money, short, and weak because they want a guy that makes more money than them, taller than them, more confident, ambitious, etc.? That would be ludicrous, wouldn't it? We don't shame female preferences. Okay? When a woman says, I want a man that's tall, makes money, etc., you go, girl, you deserve it. That's your preferences. If I say, I want a girl that's not a hoe, that has some sexual temperance, isn't going to embarrass me when I walk in a room, beautiful, young, etc. That's considered, oh, that's toxic and masculine. We demonize male preferences, but we don't demonize female preferences.
Some of y'all women are gonna end up being single forever.
I saw a video the other day. A girl's like, men are afraid to come up to us. They're not afraid to come up to you. I mean, maybe some feel a little insecure, but by and large, they're just like, I don't need this aggravation today. I don't need some diva aggravation today, because more often than not, what do? Nasty, like a little attitude, puckered lips. You know the puckered lip. They're tired. They're tired. They're tired of getting made fun of. They're tired of being, abused. They're tired of getting, oh, I'm a meme now. Because why? Because I looked your way for 2 seconds in the gym?
I am a woman and I want equality. Go, feminist, go! Us women want to make as much as men. Exactly. We can do anything a man can do. You go, girl. I think it's about time we work longer hours. Female empowerment. We want to work more dangerous jobs. Wait a minute. We want to start providing for our own children. But you don't mean financially, right? It's time that we protect and provide. I can't lie, you're losing me. A woman can do anything a man can do, so we want recognition that a man can be victimized too. Okay, clearly you're not a feminist, you're a misogynist. What kind of equality is this? I'm a victim!
I just walked by a construction site and nobody tried to holler at me. Did I lose it?
So apparently single men are starting to become afraid to approach women in real life because they don't want to be viewed as creepy. Around like 53% according to this one study.
Let's go.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.